What's up, beautiful people? This is Ronnie. This is Waffle Talk, and this is going to be a reaction video to a creator by the name of Melon. I want to say Melanie. I told you guys I was going to be doing some more pre-recorded content. So this is going to be a reaction video to a content creator by the name of Melli Monaco. She is a musician. On her page, she has videos where she has dating tips, advice, and her perspective on the dating world, as well as her music. I'll put a link to the video in the description, but this one is going to be called How Men Can Beat Women at Their Own Game. I think she gives some pretty good tips and some scenarios that I've definitely seen before, and some actions that I took that worked for me. So I want you to hear it out of a woman's mouth. I'm going to kind of expound upon some of the things that she says. So let's get this going.
What up? What up? Yeah, I'm back with the fro for a little bit.
First of all, she cute or whatever. No, she is cute. I do like her. I'd hit on her.
So today I want to talk about mind games, and women are known for playing mind games. Not saying guys don't play mind games, but women are pretty good at it.
So
and
she gives 10. I'm probably
gonna
on react to
give you
like
10
4
mind games
or
that
5.
women play. I'm gonna help you recognize them and beat them.
Fair use.
Because
Fair use.
you
Fair
need to.
use.
Pretty much mind games are a game that people play to have an advantage over somebody. So we're going to talk about women. So women play games to have an advantage and make sure that men keep on serving them, that pretty much the relationship works for them. So number one, look at me, but I'm not looking at you. Like, it's all a game. She wants you to look at her, but she's going to act like she's not looking at you. She's not seeing you looking at her, but she knows. She knows it's just you. Like, you got to be able to see that. So pretty much she's going to act like, she's talking, touching her hair, doing a bunch of shit, but it's to attract you and pull you in, while she's acting like she's not doing it for any purpose. She's just like that. No, she's not like that. She's doing it to seduce you. And then when she's going to look away, she's going to see that you're staring. And then right there, she wins.
Yeah, you don't want her to. First of all, she cute. No, you don't want her to win. So when I go out on dates, I always make sure. I learned this a long time ago. I always make sure that I don't sit directly across from the date. If I'm on a date with a woman and we're in a booth, she can sit toward the middle all she wants. I tend to drift more towards the wall. If we're at a table where there are a chair on all 4 sides, like one chair on all 4 sides, I will sit in the chair right next to her. So when I come from the menu and I look up, my natural instinct is all over the restaurant. And if we're at a table where they have 2 chairs on one side, 2 chairs on another side, I always make sure to sit diagonal from her. But the whole thing is it keeps me naturally from not looking in her direction, which I've learned kind of drives women nuts, because although they want your attention, they want to chase your attention. Kind of like how men want to chase sex, like we get pleasure in the chasing sex. Women get pleasure in the seduction aspect, in trying to get you to like her or get you interested in her. And if you give it up too easily, the game's no longer fun for them.
So a good way to beat this look at me game, you just don't look at her. Or you don't
Don't look
at
at
her
her.
too much, because if you don't look at her at all, she's gonna be like, oh, he's not interested.
Don't look at her.
So you look at her a little bit, but not like super thirsty. You look a little, so she can see that you're interested or that you saw her. But don't be like, baby, you're so cute. No, don't do that. Just be cool. And then also the good part to beat her at that game,
Fair
is like,
use.
when she turns around to see if you look at her, make sure you're not looking at her. So she's gonna start feeling like, damn, it's not working. And yeah, it's not working, bitch. Like, I don't see you. We know you saw her, but whatever. No.
Yeah, don't look at her. I mean, you can look at her. Of course, you got to make some eye contact in there, just to make sure that you're on the same page, and like just to make sure you notice that she notices you and all that other stuff. But you have to make some eye contact, but don't make it thirsty eye contact. Like, make sure that you are kind of paying attention to everything else around you. And actually, instinctually, I think women kind of know too that if you're observant, it means that you're kind of like on alert and on guard all the time. Like, it's a security and protection thing. So don't look at her. You have other things to worry about. She's cute, and she gonna be cute for a minute, but you got other stuff to worry about. Remember that.
Number 2 game is I'm not so interested, aka chase me more. So she's gonna act like she's not into you. She wants you to chase, which is okay, I think, because
Fair
I believe
use.
men should chase a little more than the women, even if the women can do it. But I prefer a man that try to chase me. Women don't want to look thirsty. We want to act like women and like, no, like play a little around, but we do be thirsty.
Fair use. Fair use. By the way, no, women, they are thirsty, but the thing is, they don't want things to be their fault. So they will play of course, the seduction game, and they'll put. I think Patrice O'Neal said in a stand up once, or in a on a Black Phillip episode, he's like, a woman's game is putting herself in a position for a man to use his game, right? So that's her way of being aggressive. So she's gonna act like she's not interested and make you want to chase, or make you want to chase her. But that's her way of playing the game. She's gonna
We
talk
want
about how
women
to
to
beat
act
it.
like we're not. At least we want to look less interested than the men. So how do you beat the I'm not so interested game? Don't want to keep on doing this back and forth of like, I'm not interested, I'm even less interested, I'm less interested. Like, you don't want to do the game, because
No,
eventually
don't
it's
play
like
that
it's
game.
going to be like a combative type of relationship, and then nobody wins. You're not going to see her, she's not going to see you, and that's it. So just act like the adults, but don't like call her up on the game, because she's gonna deny it. Most likely she'll be like, no, I don't play, I don't have time, which is a lie. She has fucking time. If she tells you, I don't know if I find time, you're like, just respond to her like, it's not, you don't have to find time. I won't die if you don't find time, but I like you, so I think we should try to hang out. And if she still says no, well,
Fair use.
goodbye.
Fair
Don't
use.
waste your time. Like
Fair
I always
use.
feel like you shouldn't waste your time with like women that are difficult, because it's not difficult. Life is pretty simple. I like you, you like me, let's go out, let's see if we vibe. That's it. So if she want to act like you gotta do all this extra stuff and like be more after her, chase her more and all of that, like it's cool to chase a little more than a woman, but just to make her feel like she's the woman. But for you to have to like beg her to go and find time and go out with you, don't do it.
I don't beg for shit. All right. Don't beg for a damn thing, because the minute you start begging, she's gonna look at you like you're weak. You're giving in to her. Don't do that. If she's trying to make you chase her, what you need to do is you need to just not play into it. You got to stay cool, you got to stay calm. If she tells you like, I don't know about this day, I might not have some time, or maybe I can make some time for you, it's like, hey, just like she said, hey, I like you, I want to take you out. If you can't find time, it's whatever, just let me know whenever you do. Don't stress out about it, because the idea is you have other things to do. um, Women are turned on when you have other things going on in your life, and they have to compete with those other things for your attention. So if her not giving you the time of day is not a big deal to her, or sorry, it's not a big deal to you, then she's gonna look at it like, well, what else does he have going on to where I'm not important, right? They want to chase that attention that they're gonna get from you, and so now that you have something else in place, or they think you have something else in place, they're gonna compete for it, and then she'll pop up, and then she'll come up with a date.
Like you're wasting your time. That's not the women for you. Number three is the invest in me game. Women are gonna want you to act like you're invested in them. So they're gonna want you to pay for dates. They're gonna want you to be emotionally there for them. They're gonna want you to rescue them when they need you. They're gonna want you to buy them gifts. No. Like don't even play in that game, because it's like invest in me. Like it kind of make it feel like she has more value than you, and that's why you're investing in her. And it shouldn't be like that. It should be like pretty much equal, because at the end of the day it's going to be a relationship. Like kind of like her market value is higher. No, it's not. So make sure there's no, it's just not one-sided. It's not you always paying for date, you always like asking her how you're doing, are you feeling okay today, you buying her gift. You no, it's like it has to be neutral. So for this one, I don't really have a lot of like how to beat it besides just run. Because if that's the type of woman you're talking to, it's like she's not invested in you. She just wants you to put all into her. Like she's asking, she's demanding, and you're giving everything while on the other side you cannot ask for nothing, you cannot demand anything, she's not giving anything, like just without you asking. It's like you
Fair
should run.
use.
At the end of the day,
Fair
she's
use.
using you. And I don't know, I mean, some people might be okay with being in a relationship where they're being used and that's why they're there, and they find something good because maybe they can fuck and that's how they want the relationship to be. Number
All right, so the invest in me thing kind of comes at a. I mean, there are a couple of things, or there are a couple of ways that can look. Um, Investing in her could be you spending all the money on dates and she never reciprocating. It also could be um, in conversation. I'm very particular when I go out on dates or I talk to women about how they talk and what they talk to me about. If I'm on a date with a woman and she doesn't ask me anything about my life, I kind of take that personally. If she's not asking me anything about my life, then she's has no vested interest in who I am and maybe growing into more. I once was on the phone with a woman for 45 minutes and she talked for 45 minutes straight. All right. At the end of that 45 minutes, I told her, I was like, if you want to call yourself getting to know somebody, it'd be best to ask them questions about themselves rather than you talk about whatever you got going on for 45 minutes. And she was dumbfounded. She acted like she had never heard anything like that before. But I was so irritated and so kind of over the process that I just had to let her know, like, hey, you're fucking up. All right. Now, as far as going on dates and stuff, if you're going on dates and she hasn't even reciprocated like anything sexual, especially if that's what you're into, if you're going into it, if you don't want sex right away, then don't worry about it, but you also need to make that clear up front. But if you're going on all these dates and stuff and she doesn't even offer to pay for one or offer anything up like the tip or pay for drinks or let me get you a beer, or if you look at an item on the menu that you want to try but you like, oh, I'll get it next time, and she's like, oh, let me get it for you, like a side or something or a dessert. Like, if she doesn't do any of that shit, like she said, get away from this woman because she's inherently selfish. And you don't want a selfish woman on your team because selfish women keep for themselves. And chances are, as a guy, you're much more of a giver, right? So when you give, that's your role, right? You provide, and she's supposed to give you something back. But if all she is take, you might want to get away from that.
for delayed responses game. So women are known for that. Known for that. I do it. I know it's bad. So pretty much it's when you text her and she takes forever to respond. And it's just like in people's
Fair
mind
use.
or in
Fair
women's mind, I
use.
don't know. We feel like, well, I kind of need to feel like I'm not so available, which is okay to a certain extent. When it takes you like 5 hours to respond to a text and then you were just sitting in the house and you're just doing it on purpose because you don't want to seem like you're that available, it's lame. You're wasting everybody's time. Like, let's have a conversation or call or something. But like, women want to do that delay game because they feel like the more they wait, the less thirsty they look and the more power they think they have, which is super stupid. Because it's like, if you text me and I can text you back, I'm texting right back. And I'm not going to feel like, oh, because I'm texting right back, I'm thirsty. It's retarded. Nobody is thirsty like that.
We're
Like,
still using the R
I'm just
word, huh?
available and I can respond, so I'm responding. So how to beat this game? Because a lot of women are doing it. So
I'm gonna kind of chime in on what she has to say before she talks about how to beat it, and I'm gonna tell you how I beat it. Um, Adults be adulting is what I usually say. If she doesn't text back right away, don't take it personally. That's how I kind of have to look at it. I don't even think about it as her playing a game. I'm just like, okay, she's an adult, whatever the fuck. Now, if she's on her phone or like you're friends with her on social media, she's posting stuff, or um, if she's like, I just was chilling for the last 4 hours and then she just got back to texting you, then I mean, you kind of know you kind of know what you got. But for me personally, I don't think about it as her delaying time or wasting time. I kind of think of it like, okay, she's busy. Let me go keep myself busy, right? So the way I kind of beat this is if I text her like, hey, how you doing? Good afternoon. And then she doesn't text me back for like 30, 45 minutes. I'll add on maybe like 5 or 10 minutes for every 15 minutes she didn't respond. Right. Because you don't want to seem like you're at your phone just waiting on her to text you back. Again, women like to chase the attention. They don't like to be given the attention. So you just kind of have to, like, delay that gratification. And also, although I don't look at it like she's playing the game, I treat it as though I took offense. Because you waited all this time to text me back. All right, I'm gonna make you wait a little longer too. All right.
Well, I'm not telling you to run this time. What you can do is wait longer than she does. So let's say she takes an hour to respond. When she responds and says something else, you take 2 hours to respond. Also, you can keep your text.
2 hours is a little long. Um, I usually try to keep it within the hour, unless, like I said, it's like a couple of hour wait. But I generally try to keep it within the hour.
Really short. Like she's gonna feel like, why is he so short? So she's gonna start thinking about, okay, why is he like that? And that's gonna start bothering her. Well, she's gonna be more talkative just to break the cycle. Also, when she does that, also when you realize she's playing that game and it's really like she's not busy or anything, she's doing it on purpose. Just don't invite her to do anything. Don't invite her. She's gonna be like, what's going on? He's not thirsty for me. And then you'll see she's gonna be the one chasing you. She's gonna be the one texting as fast as she can because she's like, oh my god, he got a second. He just responded. Let me respond right now. So he still has his phone in his hand. Yeah, because she was fucking playing.
Yeah, that's exactly how that works too. You don't jump right at your phone just because, like, you excited. Like, you think so. A lot of times, guys think that if they respond back quickly, it 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 means that they have a better opportunity of getting to her because she doesn't have all this space to forget about you. Uh, if a woman's texting you, or if you text a woman and she's gonna scroll through her text messages. Women are social creatures, so she's gonna look for somebody to talk to, and she's gonna remember, especially if she's playing a game, she's gonna remember that you texted her. So you not texting her back after she responds, she's gonna, of course, if she responds, she's looking for you to say something. Uh, so if you don't say anything, it's gonna drive her nuts, right? And any feeling that you can get out of a woman, you can turn into passionate love. So you don't have to respond right away. You never do.
And now you beat her. The worst in the delay response game is that it doesn't lead to anything. It's not constructive. It
Nope.
doesn't help the relationship. It doesn't help anything. It just makes people feel like, oh, she's too busy for me. Or
Fair
like,
use.
it's not interested. Nobody
Fair
want to
use.
talk to somebody that doesn't have time.
Fair use. Fair
For
use.
what? Hot today. Like I just feel like it's very childish. If I respond fast and you feel like I'm too thirsty, well, sorry, I'm too thirsty, but I don't really care.
Fair
Number
use.
5, the waiting game. So let's say you tell her, okay, let's meet up at 7 p.m. at this restaurant, and then she shows up at 7:30, 7:15.
I don't
It's
play
like,
that.
oh, she feels like she's too good to be on time, or she doesn't want to wait, so she's not gonna show up on time because she doesn't think you're gonna be on time. I really feel like everybody should be on time, but like some women do it on purpose so that the guys are there already, and then when they walk in, they can do the whole thing. But how about everybody gets there on time? That would be great because I don't like waiting, and I'm sure other people don't like waiting either. And also the fact that you wait for her give her some type of power. So how to beat that? You gotta decide for yourself. 10 minutes, I can wait. It's okay. After 10 minutes, I'm out. Like you decide and you tell her. You're like, first of all, it kind of depends because it's like maybe she has a legit reason to be late. But if it's all the time she's late, she's playing games or she's not getting ready early enough, and then to me that kind of shows like you don't really respect my time. I don't know if I want to go out with you anymore, so you got to decide for yourself. 15 minutes, I'm leaving. I'm not waiting longer for you. Like, no, oh, he's gonna wait for me, it's me. No, bitch, I'm not waiting for you. Be on time. After 10 minutes, I'm
Fair
out.
use.
It
Fair
also
use.
depends on like if she texted you telling you, hey, I'm running late.
Fair
Because
use.
if you don't tell me you're running late and you just have me out there looking stupid, I'm gonna be pissed, and then the date is not gonna be good. So for guys, it's like I don't know if you guys are that emotional as I am about being late, but that's something I really hate, even if I'm late sometimes. But yeah, so if in a text she tells you she's
Let
gonna
me
be
let
late,
her
it's
finish.
okay. But it depends how long is the wait. It also depends if she's like apologetic about it, because some people are not gonna text you, hey, I'm running late, and when they get there, they act like it's okay. Like, hey, what's up? Like nothing ever happened. I'm like, no, if you don't acknowledge the fact that you're late, I can talk to you because now you do not respect my time and you think that your time is more important than mine, and that's a big issue. But seriously, the best thing to stop that
Fair
is to
use.
leave after the 10 minutes.
Fair use.
You
Fair
just like,
use.
okay, we'll try another time, and then you'll see she'll be the one chasing you. She'll be the one, oh, can we make it up, can we go again? And and that time she'll make sure she's on time.
Yes, she will. I'm gonna stop real quick. So usually when it comes to dates, I try to show up 10 to 15 minutes early because I hate waiting in long lines and I want to make sure I have a table set. So I don't want us to both get there and then we just sitting around. I don't want us to both get there and then we're just standing around waiting on the table to clear. Um, if a woman shows up late, she better let me know that she's gonna be late, and if she has a really good excuse. I once had a woman show up late to a date for like she was like 45 minutes late to a date. Um, she had kids and she had to take them to the babysitter, who lived in another part of Houston that was really far away, and where we were meeting was also, I mean, it's Houston, so everything takes a while to get to. But she ended up showing 45 minutes late, and when she got there, I told her, I was like, hey, um, I felt, because I was irritated as hell. I was like, I really like you. I like you and I want to, be here on this date with you. But if you don't respect my time, then we can't do this thing because you showed up 45 minutes late and just had me stuck here. So, don't ever let this happen again. And she told me about her kids and everything. So I was very forgiving. The next time we went out, she was on time and everything went well. And then by the third day, I was in them draws. So if you stand your ground on stuff like that, then you will ultimately get what you want. I've never had a woman show up so late that I just left, or like she had no excuse. Like in Houston, you kind of have like a 15-minute, grace period because of traffic and because, you can hit an accident at any time. Um, but I've never had a woman show up so late to where I just was like, all right, I'm gone. But if she does show up late, she doesn't have an excuse or a good excuse, leave. If she comes in and she's not apologetic about it and she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean it, and or she doesn't offer some kind of peace offering, like she doesn't offer to pay for a drink or dessert or leave the tip, or if she doesn't say, well, next time I'll, we can go to happy hour, I'll get you some chips or whatever. Like, if she doesn't offer anything in return with that apology, then and she's just like, hey, hey, I'm late. Sorry. What are we drinking? Like, cut that off. If she's not apologetic, she ain't for you, bro.
You showed her that you're not a pushover and that her game, if it was a game,
Not a pushover.
doesn't work because of the game you're not gonna see me. So
Fair use.
is that a good game?
Fair
I don't
use.
think so.
Fair
Number
use.
6 is canceling the day.
All right, I'm gonna stop here. You can watch the rest of the video again. I'm gonna drop the link in the description to Melli Monaco's page. Go ahead, check her out. Shout out to her. Hope I don't get flagged for this one, but I appreciate the video. Some good information here. As far as everything else, you guys, I hope you take care. You'll be seeing more of me since I have all the time in the world right now to give you this kind of content. If you like what you see, like, share, subscribe, drop a like on this video, share it to your friends if you think that they'll enjoy it. You think they'll get something out of it. And other than that, I have really nothing else. Subscribe, like, share, subscribe to Waffle Talk, and I will holler at you guys later.